I am an uncle to 9. Thank you, it's quite an accomplishment. I put in a lot of work, okay? And every year for Christmas, I get my nieces and nephews books to read because I want to ensure that they remain literate. Because, well, I've met their parents. And this past year, I got the Babysitters Club book series for my nieces. Any fans in the crowd? Okay, alrighty, yeah. And before I wrapped it up, I wanted to read a few pages just to make sure it was on their grade level. And boy, was I hooked. I mean, I just could not stop turning that page, and that led me to some fan forums, some subreddits, some internet search history. Very muddy, right? Like the FBI agent looking at me being like, what is wrong with this man, right? This is the red flag? Like, this is what we've trained for, right? There's something about the BSC I learned online that I want to share with all of you. They call that Babysitters Club is the BSC. They call it online. That's the acronym. There is an issue with the hierarchy of power that I have with the book series. Now, these 5 friends got together, and they decided to give themselves positions. There's the president, Christy, then there's a vice president, a secretary, a treasurer named Stacy, and then an alternate officer named Don. Now, why when these 5 friends got together, only 4 of them got jobs? Beyond me. Like, what did Don do? Who did she hurt? Okay? Like, well, I want to know the backstory behind that. And in book 13, Stacy's dad gets a job and they have to relocate to New York City. And Stacy is removed from the BSC and Dawn is promoted up to her position of treasurer. And then in book 27, Stacy's dad loses his job and they have to relocate back to their hometown. And that's something that I really like about the BSC is it tackles real world issues, right? Like parental employment, okay? And not only is Stacy allowed back into the club, she is given back her position of treasurer. Yeah. In the meantime, Dawn unfairly gets the boot, right? She's like, girls, like, I filed an LLC for us. Like, that is a lot of paperwork. I had to go to the bank. Like, there's just, right? Now, many of you are not on board with this bit, and I will keep doing it, right? What I feel in the room is a lot of judging, okay? All right. I am aware of how it looks. I'm a bearded man in his 30s talking about a preteen girls book series, okay? I know what I need you to do is open your hearts, okay? Let's all hop aboard this train. It has one stop, and that's Stony Brook, Connecticut, home of the Babysitters Club, okay? All right. So we're gonna fast forward to book 83. And there, Stacy gets a boyfriend. And as we all know, you can't be a babysitter and have a boyfriend, right? Like Christy, the president, had seen a few sitcoms, and she knew better, okay? So then in book 88, Stacy is now single again after a very emotional breakup, okay? And not only is she allowed back into the club, she is given back her position of treasurer. I know. In the meantime, guess who was the treasurer? Thank you, class. Gold stars all around. It's Dawn, right? You're paying attention. I love that, right? Yeah. Dawn, she's like, girls, I learned QuickBooks for this. Like, that is no small task, all right? Now, many of you are wondering why I've spent the last 4.5 minutes talking about the Babysitters Club book series. Listen, if you can't love me at my Babysitters Club, you don't deserve me at my Boxcar Children. Okay, all right? Or were we a Magic Treehouse crowd, all right? No, we were Boxcar. I read the room right. I'm literate. I got it. I'm good at this, right? Now, I did that joke in Greenville, South Carolina, brag, and after the show, a lady was like, hey, Stacy actually moves back in book 28. I was like, first of all, nerd. And second of all, I was like, pretty sure I did my research on this joke. And she goes, no, I know this because I only own one copy of the Babysitters Club book series. And it is book 28 titled Stacy's Return. She was right, but it's very confusing that she was right. Right, that's such a random book to have in the book series. Like, I don't have all of them, just 28, right? That's like being like, do you have a copy of the Holy Bible? It's like, no, but I do have 2nd Colossians. Like, right? Now, the 28th book is actually Hosea, but 2nd Colossians sounds funnier. Right? It really is Hosea, and many of you are very confused that I know that, right? You were not expecting that information from this vessel, but am attuned to my jokes. I do my research, okay? All right? I know what I'm doing. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so good.